We are here in case number 01DR0235, Sharon Glaser versus Michael Glaser. Ms. Glaser is here today, represented by attorney L. Ray Jones. Mr. Glaser is here today, proceeding without counsel. We're here for a purge hearing that arises from the March 4th judgment entry of contempt. Mr. Jones.
If it please the court, Mr. Glaser has not purged his contempt. He has not kept the support payments. The court order also said that he was to pay her the $32,000 directly, and he did not so do. He paid through the Bureau of Support, causing a $600+ deficiency once they deduct out the 2% processing charge. So the bottom line is that we have a copy of the payment history. This was generated on 6/12 of 2008, and again, the bottom line is he has not met the purge, and unfortunately, I just don't think he gets it. And I think the only way he's going to get it is really by doing the 4 days. Another postscript. Apparently, May 7th, he got himself a 2008 Cadillac, and May 22nd, he got himself a 2008 Corvette. So he's had his ability to take care of what his personal wants are, but apparently does not believe that the court order is the law. And we would ask that the court would enforce the law. And
did he not pay the monthly support obligations, or
no? Not
at all.
No, he did not pay pursuant to the court order. He was to continue to keep them all current. And again, this would be Exhibit A. Here's a copy for Mr. Glaser. This would be the summary by the client is on the top.
And you're saying he paid the $32,000, but he paid it through the agency?
Paid it through the agency, which caused a $600+ shortfall, which should have come to her. The court order clearly said that he was to pay her directly, and then she was to notify the agency. So we've got a $600+ shortfall that occurred just as a result of that. What would be the total missed payments would be?
Well, there was nothing received in April or May. Right. And to date on June, and I've never been able to count on getting what the obligation was set at.
Okay, Mr. Glaser, do you want to please rise and raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, be seated. Okay, you heard Mr. Jones's representations. You've had a chance to look at the exhibit he produced.
Correct.
Do you agree with what he's saying?
No, I don't. One, I guess it was a misunderstanding of paying her direct compared to the courts, but the 2% is what goes to Children's Services anyways for them handling it. So she still would have gotten the same dollar no matter what. So she's not short $600. Also, I brought copies of all the checks that I was ordered to pay. I also told her that I was waiting. I'm a contractor, and I explained to her that I was waiting for my check to come, which I did bring a copy of all the checks, which is April, May, and June, plus $4,000 from my taxes have gone there also. And
so you're saying you did pay the agency?
Yes, everything has been paid, and I have copies of all the checks. Plus, they've given me another bill of $2,000, which she just received a check for $27,000 from Medicaid, which went all the way back to 2004 for all of Sean's expenses. And we've talked with Joe. He's called me from Medicare, and they said, explained that this $27,000 is from 2004 to date for Sean's living expenses, which includes his living expenses, medical expense. Now, I paid her since 2004 $8,000 in medical expenses already, and she feels she doesn't even owe that back to me because I guess that's not part of his living expenses. Okay, so I don't understand any talk about how I've bought things. I mean, this is also a woman who has a $500,000 home in Naples and several other things too. I paid her to date, except for this $2,000 bill, which is medical. And like I said, here's all the copies of all the checks. of everything that I have paid, including medical of 2004. I brought it all with me.
Okay, when you say, because I'm looking at the child support printout here, and I don't see any payments for April or May.
Right, we made them,
When were they?
they were made I just received the check 6/16 on Monday.
Okay, so
and
you just paid them.
We made all three, including this month, plus the $4,000 there I've already taken out for taxes that is already under them also. So really, I'm paid up another month in advance already, plus the $8,000 that I don't know how that's going to be handled as far as medical. Like I say, she just received the check for $27,000.
Right.
So I don't know what you want to do about that.
Okay, Mr. Jones?
Again, for the court to print out, as of June 12th, the obligation was $32,8845, the amount paid, $0. Then when you take a look again at the printout on February the 15th, again, the total amount paid, to be paid, was $32,8845, and of that he paid $584.42. In March, again, he just continues to not pay. In May, again, you have an obligation of $32,8845, monthly amount paid, $0.
Okay.
April 30th, again, I mean.
I'm just gonna, Mr. Glaser, could you show Mr. Jones your checks or what you have there?
Yeah. Here's the one to you, and then I was ordered to pay.
Right. Nobody's.
Okay, here's,
That's not about that.
this is all the, we don't care about them right now. There's the $32,000 paid to her.
Well, it's $32,000 paid to the agency.
Well, right, but again, it added to 2% that the agency's supposed to get, just like the 82, or what
They're
was
gonna
it?
add the 2% even if the payments are not made, so at some point that has to be paid in.
Right, and I paid it directly to the agency, and they gave her the balance, which it comes out to the
Well,
same
again,
dollar, no matter what. She's not short at $600, because we had.
Well, she's short $600 and that she was supposed to get 32,000, whatever the amount was. But you are correct in the sense that the agency, whether or not that went through the agency, they're gonna charge 2%.
Right.
So you pay that one way or another eventually.
Absolutely right, and I just paid it all to the agency. And the reason I paid it to the agency is because the first check that I had sent them, they have it, that it was never even, they never even told anybody, the agency, that they received it. And the agency showed that I still owed another $82,000. And the only reason I owed all this money is because of the cohabitation that we had one in this court but was overturned by the Court of Appeals. And here's there's April's, there's May's, there's June's, and she sent July's.
Again, that's nice that he paid that, but the problem.
Well, I told her, I did call Sherry and explained, yeah, I can't write bad checks, and I know it's my responsibility to pay it, but that's the bad thing about being a contractor is you're locked into being paid yourself, and you call these people, and I know it's not your problem, and it's not her problem. I understand that. You know, and I understand I have a responsibility to her and my children, and I do pay it. All I can do is work, all I can do is get my money, all I can do is pay it, and you know, we wouldn't have been in this big bind if it wasn't because of the cohabitation anyways.
Okay, I have to find that he substantially complied with the order. That's a lot of money that went through, and I'm gonna find that you purged your contempt. Thank you.
Just as a postscript, I bet he'll pay up just before the purge hearing the next time too.
Okay.
Thank you.